What's up, guys? Backlit sign. Episode 4. FabBlab. That's what's up.
Yeah, you know, Joe, this week, you've got a pretty awesome project for us. We're doing a backlit sign because we're cool like that.
Okay. Yeah. It's coming right now. Here it goes. Episode 4. Backlit sign. FabLab. It's fabulous. Hi, guys. How's it going? You like our new little intro going on that we got?
Yeah, I like it because it means that I have to do zero post-production, which is awesome because now it's not a push whatsoever to get the show out at 6 a.m., which is when we release the episode on Fridays, both on pbcasttv.com and youtube.com/Ponoko. So, Jeb, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So, today on FabLab, as you can see, as the title suggests right here, we are doing a backlit sign. If you want to pull that up, Nicholas.
Let me pull that
up.
up.
So we can show some thingamabobber pictures here. So, and I need to get off of this and go, scroll down just a little. And this is basically, oh my gosh, the other way. Sorry, scroll up a little is what I meant to say.
I was about to say.
I meant to move the picture down. So basically what we're doing here is you got your laser cut acrylic, and you got, oh yeah, by the way, go to the blog.ponoko.com/FabLab.
Right.
Get the you got the show notes going on. Get all the files.
Yep.
From the showroom, of course. They're all free, as always. And, yeah, because that's the way we do things on FabLab. So, let's go to the interwebs here.
The interwebs.
Basically, what we got going on is white acrylic with some EL wire, which I'm going to show you in a bit, and that glows. It's like a neon, flexible neon cord, and you got some 3D printed stuff that sort of acts as a diffuser, and you basically get like a backlit sign. It's really sweet, runs off of lithium polymer batteries, and it's rechargeable. So, yeah, let's get into it. So,
you may pull up the materials here
first. Pull up the materials there.
Okay.
Start with the actual materials of the materializing. It's going to be all the way over to the right.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Yeah. So our first material, of course, is the 3D printed white, the durable 3D printed white.
Okay.
And then we have our black acrylic. That's for the accent on the letters. And we got our white acrylic.
That's kind of hard to see in that picture.
See the highlights? That's the white part. So basically, and then of course we have the electronics. We have the LiPo battery, which is the one that I chose for this project is a 1,000 milliamp hour battery at 3.7 volts. You got the LiPo battery charger, which is always great, and then the EO wire, which it has a little JTAG kind of looking connector, or whatever it's called, JTSC or whatever, JTS connector. And you can get all that stuff on Ponoko's website. Oh, and also the inverter, because Nicholas isn't going all the way over. What this does, the EL wire, basically, what happens here, the EL wire runs off of 120 volts AC. So I wouldn't suggest it, but you could essentially like wire this up into a cord and run it directly off the wall. But you need some kind of fuse in line because you are dealing with AC current, and you got about 60 amps you can get out of a wall if you're US current. 240, which is kind of, EO wire is not internationally friendly with with that, because I mean, you can still use the inverters and all that stuff. So, I mean, it still works fine. Yeah. You just invert it. But basically, we're putting in like 3.7 volts, which really and truly it should be 5. So make sure you get a 5-volt lithium polymer battery, because I kind of noticed that the other day. The EL wire doesn't get as bright as it should be.
Oh, okay.
It gets substantially brighter if you put 120 volts direct, the 5 volts to transfer, whatever. Okay, so so basically what we got here, and you're not going to really be able to see this very well, but we got our little bits and pieces. Oh, I haven't taped this one yet. See, this is how we do stuff around here on FabLab.
Tape. I kind of wish it was duct tape, but they don't make
Duct tape.
That would look extra awesome.
Then it'd be all like duct tape.
I know that would be awesome.
It would look all like ghetto and stuff.
Now, while Jacob is doing this, I've been watching some coverage from the Maker Faire, and I understand that Ponoko was there. Really cool things that came out of that, and I might just put in the show notes some videos that were posted at Maker Faire on our website. So
yeah. So cool. Basically, see, the problem that we ran into was we got the electronics and we got the laser cut stuff, but we haven't gotten our 3D printed stuff yet. And it's no fault on anybody, because the 3D printed stuff does take about 5 more days to get, or 5 to 10 more days to get than the laser cut stuff. So I got my laser cut stuff in about Monday, I think it was, or Tuesday. And so it'll probably come in like Friday or Monday. Well, it won't come in Monday because that's Memorial Day. Yeah. Probably like Tuesday, sometime next week. But the way I designed it was, if you look at this first piece, as you can see, it has a bunch of little holes in it. And basically what those are for is to route the EL wire through, and the actual 3D printed object has a little track that goes around every letter, which we have our letters.
Our letters.
Right here.
Which is the black acrylic. For the letter.
So, and of course I put it in a bag that had 3D printed residue stuff in there. But this is our letters. Of course you have the FabLab guy. Yeah. FabLab guy. And he's all like, "Oh, I'm a FabLab guy. What's up, guys? I'm FabLab." And then his little bits of spit and everything, and all the different letters. And but basically, the way it goes together is you have 4 layers of acrylic, and you actually have this is the layer that makes contact with the 3D printed material. It all gets screwed into here. I designed the 3D printed models to actually work as a like the nut part of the screw. Okay. And it just uses some standard little M3 metric 3 millimeter by 16 millimeter screws, and I use hex head bolts just because that's what I had laying around. And it screws directly into the thing, like I said. But all the wire, let me show you the EL wire here.
This stuff's pretty cool. I was pretty amazed by this because I know J-Up's dealt with some of this, but I've never seen any of this before.
Yeah, and also keep in mind that I'm not delivering all the voltage to it. You gotta, you need to get like a 5 volt, like I said, a 5 volt lithium polymer, which they have on their website because they sell all the Spark Fun stuff. And either get a 5 volt, or you could double up to 3.7 volts and put a resistor in there to lower the voltage a little bit. But basically, this is the... Oh, that's going to be fun. This is the EL wire. There's your...
Yeah, and it's not that actually... Because it's keying out with that green screen.
Let's do this right here real quick. Okay.
It's a different color.
We're going no green screen right now. Except now you can't really see it because it's not that close. But this is the EL wire. This is the inverter, of course, the battery, and the little charger. And then I put this little tiny switch, which I didn't show in the thing, but there's a switch in here that I soldered in line. So all you got to do is flip the switch.
Oh, snap.
EL wire comes on. It comes up kind of bright, but it does need about 2 more volts DC on this side to make this a little bit higher right now. So it's probably only putting about 80 volts AC or 90 volts AC to this thing. But this wire actually is like 9 meters long. No, 9 feet long. Sorry, about 9 feet long. So 2 meters about, give or take, and nice little switch to turn it on and off. So
now Eric's asking a good question in the chat room. Does this wire get hot?
No, it is basically what this EO wire is. It's a phosphorus wire. You have these little wires that go around it, kind of like wrapping around the wire. You have a single wire that goes down the middle, and then you have the phosphorus like tube kind of that goes over that single wire. So it's kind of like a little sandwich. And you basically have 2 wires, and they come out the end, and that's where the 120 volts goes in, and it makes contact with the phosphorus and makes it glow with 120 volts AC. So you can, what the cool thing about this is you can actually cut, as long as you got the end of it, connect it, you can cut this right here, and this would still glow. Of course, this won't because it's not connected no more, but it's always a constant circuit.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, were you going to cut it around the sign or not? Yeah, Eric, it doesn't get hot.
No, I was not going to cut it. What the plans was to use some electrical tape, just your standard black electrician's tape, electrican tape. And somewhere in here I got some scissors.
Some skizzers.
And, basically what you do is, the way this works is you start on one end, and you basically just weave it in and out, and you go around the letters and come back out and go in, come back out. And all the ones that are in the back, you don't want it to light through the white, so you tape them black.
Okay.
So that those don't, output light. Just like you would do a neon sign. If you've ever seen like a neon tube sign, basically the parts that you don't want to see lit are covered in like a black paint or something.
Yeah.
So works pretty well.
The thing I was impressed by this is it's like a really, I wouldn't say, whatever. It's a really DIY friendly way to get essentially the same effect as a neon sign. I mean, you know what I mean? We're achieving what could be done with a neon sign with this little wire here.
Yeah, and it's not. It's only like 2.5 millimeters thick in diameter. So you're not talking about a lot, but I mean, it works really well because, you can you can do whatever you want with this. They have white. It puts off a pretty good amount of light. If you put the whole voltage to it, of course. I'm not putting the whole voltage to it, but you could use this as lighting on like something. You can get a bunch of colors. I thought it would be really cool was actually wired up like a lamp. And like the lampshade, cool. Like maybe we'll do that maybe one day or so, I don't know.
Yeah.
And you have it all like rainbow going crazy with it. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, it's pretty cool little wire. Let's see. Altogether, all of this is our high project for the month. We have basically 3 tiers. We got like a $50 project that we'll do. 2 $50 projects, and then a $100 project, and then the $250 project. And this would be the $250 project because it's got, each one of these letters is basically. I also have a, I'd say probably like a 10 millimeter or so thick 3D printed version of this that has nooks and crannies and sockets, and it's a very intricate system that I came up with the 3D printed letters, which we will put that up on the blog post and wherever. Yeah. Once we get that going, but yeah. So, it's really cool.
Yeah. One question I had is since the other parts it won't be able to be finished until they come in. Where's the best place for people maybe to check back when this gets done? To look for. We'll mention it next week as well.
Yeah, we'll have it over there at before Tuesday of next week, which would be wherever that is, the 30th or 31st. Yeah. No, actually, it'll be up for the it'll be up until the week after because. By the way, we don't have a show next week because Nick over here is going on a freaking cruise.
Yeah. I'm gonna be living it up in Mexico all next week. So, But the cool thing is about the live stream is you can stay tuned, and then we can also, watch pre-recorded stuff. But
yeah, and we'll also when we're gonna have the next show's gonna be on the 9th of June.
Right.
So we will show the completed sign on the 9th of June, just so everybody's all happy-go-lucky. Plus, I did add these really cool little mounting holes, so you can actually just put like some Hercules hooks or whatever,
or anything like just
hang like picture frame hooks hanging up on the wall, and
that'd be pretty cool.
Right, I didn't have it really designed for the thickness of this inverter, but with a little bit of doable things, you can stick it on there and get it working well. But yeah, I mean, basically what it has is you have this is the back plane. Then you have two of these little like middle frame things to give it a void in the middle. And see, there's one more. And the little whatever it is, the little gap on the sides is actually if you want it to run 120 volts straight to it, but you would need to put an inline fuse of maybe like 1 amp or something like that. It shouldn't pull any more than that. Just for safety reasons, just in case you get a short, you don't want to pull like 60 amps into this thing and like blow up junk.
Yeah.
But and then of course, you have the front plate like I showed you.
Right.
And but that's pretty much it.
Yep. We'd encourage you guys to watch live on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Central Time, which is the time we do it on live.pbcasttv.com. Also encourage you to be in the chat room. That's the best way to interact with us, and you can also email us, hello@pbcasttv.com. If you have a question, but also, Jep, I don't think we said this last week. I hope you guys have caught on. We do a project every single week that the episode is produced, which means we need some ideas on what to do. Because, I mean, we ran into this with another show we do. We were doing gadgets every week, and pretty soon we ran out of gadgets. Well, we morphed the show. But anyway, we need your ideas, and I know there's a lot of awesome people who watch this podcast on Ponoko's YouTube channel, and if you have a comment, hello@pbcasttv.com, or another good way is to comment wherever you're watching this video, because we have the ability to track all the comments on whether it's on Ponoko or our website as well. So there's a couple different ways to contact us. You can follow Jacob on Twitter, twitter.com/freakinhuge, FREAKINHUGE, and his website, jacobroberts.me. Maybe some insight on how these things are made and some posts, things like that. You can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/thatnickjones, and check out my blog, nickjones.me. And
I'm mainly posting a bunch of stuff on my Twitter account.
Oh, so, yeah, that's another great way. I like Twitter because it's a lot easier for you.
It's then and now, writing. And you're sort of like, hey, what's up?
Yep. And plus, you can just snap a picture.
From time to time, I'll put big things up on my website. I still have to put that video for the dying thing. I'll put, remind me, Nick.
I'll remind you, trust me.
And, but yeah, so that's pretty much been the show, guys.
The show.
Oh,
one more thing. Another great way to interact is to follow Ponoko on Twitter, twitter.com/Ponoko.
And youtube.com/Ponoko for all their little videos, episodes. Plus, you'll see them on their blog, blog.com/Ponoko.
Blog.ponoko.com.
Blog.ponoko.com, like I said. So, guess until next time, I'm Jacob Roberts.
And I'm Nick Jones. And that's really loud.